Hi, I'm Robert Hurt. Thank you for tuning in to our monthly video address for the month of September. It is an honor to represent Virginia's 5th District, and I appreciate the opportunity to share with you some of what we have been working on over the course of the past month. One of the things we are most proud of in Virginia's 5th District are the exceptional educational institutions. For that reason, we have chosen to film this month's video address at Thomas Jefferson's Rotunda. This is an iconic symbol for this nation's commitment to learning and to the education of our citizenry. The University of Virginia and the Commonwealth's other outstanding institutions of higher education are leaders in world-class, cutting-edge research that have led to everything from life-saving medical treatments to breathtaking advancements in engineering. In areas from engineering to biotechnology to medicine, research at our universities is essential to supporting the cycle of innovation. Innovation-driven entrepreneurship is key to generating dynamic job growth here in Virginia and across our great nation. However, as I have traveled across Virginia's 5th District, I have heard that small, innovative startup companies are disproportionately burdened by excessive regulation that often prevents them from devoting their full resources to developing their products and creating jobs that we desperately need. With this in mind, this month, the House of Representatives passed 2 pro-growth legislative packages that are designed to make it easier for those companies to succeed and to grow. In fact, each of these packages contained a piece of bipartisan legislation that I sponsored with Democratic colleagues who share my desire to help encourage these small growing companies. The first of these bills is the Small Company Disclosure Simplification Act. This bill streamlines the unnecessary and duplicative filing requirements that small public companies have with the Securities and Exchange Commission. This legislation would ensure investor protection and, at the same time, allow these small companies to focus on developing their research and attracting the critical capital investment that they need to be successful. Furthermore, this streamlined disclosure regime would help encourage more small companies to pursue capital in our public equity markets. I am pleased that on September 16th, this bill passed the House with a bipartisan majority of 320 to 102. The second bill included in this House-passed jobs package is the bipartisan Small Business Capital Access and Job Preservation Act. It is important to note, especially in Virginia's 5th District, where we have some localities with unemployment rates as high as 10%, that there are thousands of jobs in Virginia that are supported by private investment funds. Unfortunately, some of these private investment funds were swept into unnecessary and burdensome regulations required by the Dodd-Frank financial reform. These new regulations on these funds have resulted in unnecessary and expensive government filings and again make it more difficult for these funds to invest in small private companies that are responsible for tremendous job creation in Virginia and across our country. Our bill would remove these unnecessary requirements and allow these firms to devote their energy to analyzing and investing in these small companies while preserving investor protection. I am pleased that on September 18th, this bill passed the House with a bipartisan majority of 253 to 163. Finally, the House of Representatives voted on a continuing resolution, which is a government spending bill, that included an amendment that would authorize the training and arming of Syrian rebels in support of the goal to destroy the Islamic State in Iraq and the Levant, also known as ISIL. While I agree with the President that ISIL is a direct threat to our national security that must be destroyed, I was unable to support this amendment because the President refused to request from Congress, as required by the United States Constitution, a broader authorization for the use of military force in Iraq and Syria. The American people and their representatives in Congress must be afforded the opportunity to have an honest and candid debate over what will be necessary to achieve our shared objective, and exactly what will be ultimately required of the American people and of our brave men and women in uniform as we embark on this wider military course. Once again, I thank you for the opportunity to represent you in Congress, and I look forward to continuing our work to promote a brighter future for our children and our grandchildren. As we close, I encourage you to sign up for our updates at our website at hurt.house.gov and join the conversation on our social media pages. Thank you for tuning in to our monthly video address.